right, it is 6 o'clock. It is Monday, March 7th, 2022. We'll call the meeting to order. Start off with the roll call, please. Or the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm sorry. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, now we'll have the roll call.
Simons.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Here. Yes.
Ryan.
Yes.
Alistair.
Yes.
Cloven.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holt.
Yes.
Okay, next we'll have the audience portion or public participation. If you're here to say something to address the council, I request that you keep your comments to 3 minutes or less. Do we have anybody who wants to address us?
I will. Brian Bennett, just here to support the chickens, First Ward, live in town here. Just wanted to thank everybody for all their research and everything that they've done on the chickens and the ordinance and all that stuff, and taking your time to listen to everybody's comments, and thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Dina Ochoa, Fourth Ward, and just repeating that, thank you to everybody who has supported this movement, who has taken the time to do the work, who took the time to listen to all of the different concerns and questions, and everybody who has shown up to help support this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Ginger Bennett. Great to see all of you again. Of course, I'm here in support of the chickens, no surprise, but I do want to thank everybody in addition to them, because a lot of work, a lot of research and time has gone into this to make it a great ordinance for the people of the town. So I just want to say I appreciate everybody that's put a hand in here to make it possible.
I am Beth DeGraw, Fourth Ward, and I support the chickens.
I'm Angie Pettit-Lichter, Fifth Ward, and I'm here in favor of the chicken ordinance, and I want to thank the group that has put their heart and soul into this and all of you for listening to your constituents. I'm Jessica Agnich, and I'm in Fourth Ward, and I support the chickens.
Jacob Agnich, Fourth Ward, here to support the chickens. Want to thank everybody for listening, and hopefully it passes.
Hi, Desiree Blanchard from First Ward. Also just want to thank the council for considering this ordinance. I think it'll be a great benefit to the city.
Thank you.
Hello, Briley Blanning, First Ward, here to support the chickens.
Okay.
Baby's here to support the chickens.
All right, is there anybody else who wishes to address the council? We have Facebook or Zoom. I see there are people with their hands up.
Why don't we start with Richard first?
Yeah, members of the council, city manager Boldt, and Mayor Meserly. I did have the opportunity to talk with a former fire chief to store today, and I was just wondering, because I don't know how many of you saw the damage that an EF4 tornado caused in the small town of Winterset. And I'm not criticizing anybody on the council, but it's just important we have a disaster plan in place. Thank you.
Jennifer Meyer, why don't you go next?
Hi, just here to reiterate my support for the chickens, and again, state my support and that I'll be happy to provide backyard chicken education courses as the need arises. Thank you.
Bobby Jackson.
Hi, Bobby Jackson, Fourth Ward. Just on to say I support the chickens.
And Victor, pro chickens.
Margie Dunnick.
Oh, go ahead, Margie.
I support the chickens.
Victor.
Hi, Victor Ochoa, Fourth Ward. I support the chickens.
Anyone else online?
Heather Drury.
Heather Drury.
Hi, I'm Heather Drury, and I'm from the 4th Ward, and I support the chickens, and so does my 5-year-old son.
Keith DeGraw, 4th Ward, and I support the chickens.
All right.
Okay, is that everybody?
I think that's it. Yep.
Okay, then. Our next order of business or presentation, and it appears as we have none. We have our consent agenda, which consists of the minutes of the February 21st, 2022 meeting, the bills payable through March 7th, 2022, in the amount of $332,582.95. We have the appointment of City Manager Josh Boldt and Library Director Katie Pauls as a representative to the Maquoketa Hometown Pride and Betterment Corporation. We have a resolution extending an agreement and a fire contract for fire protection for Southfork Township. We have a resolution extending an agreement and contract for fire protection for Brandon Township. We have a mayoral proclamation for Junior Achievement Day of April 7th, 2022. Whereas the City of Maquoketa will observe Junior Achievement Day on April 7th, 2022. It has an opportunity to recognize and celebrate junior achievement of the Heartland for empowering our young people to own their own economic success. And whereas junior achievement of the Heartland's educational contribution equips our young people to become the next generation of productive employees and self-sufficient citizens to ensure an economic prosperity in Maquoketa. And whereas it is fitting for parents, educators, businesses, and other members of the community to join in junior achievement's effort to ensure the future success and economic health of our young people and the community in which they live. So now, therefore, I, Tom Meserly, Mayor of the City of Maquoketa, do hereby proclaim and recognize April 7th, 2022 as Junior Achievement Day here in Maquoketa. And finally, item G is a Class C liquor license, outdoor service area, and Sunday sales filed by La Casa de Pancho Restaurant.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Holm. Any discussion? Take the roll.
Rickroll,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister,
Yes.
Colvin,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
All right, next we start off with public hearing. And public hearing is regarding the sale of the Lisa Park property. And do you have anything to add to this, Josh?
Just a short ad that this public hearing is requesting your support to go ahead and sell that .17 acre property if we do receive a bid that meets that 6,000 minimum. If we do receive a desired bid, we'll come to you with a resolution to execute that sale, but this public hearing is a decision to go ahead and do so and to open that up.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
So moved. Close the public hearing.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Do we have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Colister.
That was my motion.
Second.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a second by Lyon. If we have no more discussion, go ahead and take the roll.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister,
Yes.
Colvin,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Yes.
Simonson, Rickroll.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passed. Next, we have old business. This is what you've all come for. It is the third reading of an ordinance, adding Chapter 3 to Title 4 of the Code of Ordinances for the City of Maquoketa regarding backyard chickens. And do you have anything to add?
Well, no, not beyond what's written. I would just ask everyone that's been in support of this ordinance along the way and everyone online just to be good examples for the community to show why this was a good thing and to, in a way, kind of self-police as well to keep having good examples throughout the community to make this successful. That's all part of what you've come here for and continue to make it a good process so everyone supports you as well. That's all I had to say.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Lyon, seconded by Coleman. Any discussion? Then go ahead and take the roll.
Colister,
Yes.
Colvin,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson,
No.
Rickroll.
No.
Lyon.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. You get chickens. Okay, next is a third reading to an ordinance adding Chapter 4 to Title 4 of the Code of Ordinances for the City of Maquoketa. This one is regarding beekeeping.
So moved. Second.
Was that you, Mark?
Yeah.
We have a motion by Mark. We have a second by Coleman. Do we have any discussion here? I think it's important that we point out that you can only have one hive in property that is zoned A1 agriculture or I3 heavy industrial. So they can't go you can't put a beehive next to your hen house in the backyard. So, with that being said, if we have no more discussion, take the roll.
Colvin.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Hall.
Yes.
Simonson.
No.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Next is the third reading of an ordinance amending Title III Community Protection, Chapter 3 Traffic Code, Subchapter 3G, Stop and Yield Intersections, one stop intersection to the Code of Ordinances. And this would be all four corners at Summit and Main and all four corners at Summit and Vermont.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Colister, seconded by Coleman. Any discussion here?
I'm wondering about the stop signs at Summit and Western. Are they going to just stay up until further notice or until, is there a takedown deadline for that? Frank?
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, that would be up to you to make that call.
Can we just leave them up temporarily until?
Well,
further
as I said a
notice?
couple meetings ago, the new detour route for Platt Street is going to be going west on 64, then coming in on 33rd, and then going directly onto Summit Street. So my recommendation would be to leave them up. Good to hear.
Okay.
Mayor, if I may, personally, I'd like to do what the public feels is right, and there's never a problem with slowing folks down for safety purposes. I don't know how much I like just leaving up, just to leave it up. You know, we're on an ordinance here that says we're at two intersections. I think if we're interested in keeping a stop sign, we should come back at the next meeting or two with another stop sign proposal for you, and then we can catch up that way. But wouldn't want to see us in a position where the signs are just there because we want them to be there. We'd like, some actual ordinance to be enforced here, and I think it would be appropriate to do so perhaps at the next meeting or the one thereafter.
Okay.
I agree. It was voted down on public safety. All three of us did the intersections that are listed, not Western. So I'm in favor of removing it.
Well, we've had 2 readings of this.
That's
so
correct.
You
Yeah.
had the
We-
chance to vote against it. It's just incredible to me that we keep discussing it.
Well, there's a lot of feedback from the public.
Right. I'd like to see it on the agenda for the next meeting so we can have the public can come in and express, because I'm getting a lot of people stopping by, talking to me, wanting to keep that stop sign in place.
I'm getting the same thing.
I would say it needs to go to public safety because that's where it started. Josh?
Thank you.
Yeah, because we're kind of talking about 2 different situations here. The ordinance we're dealing with here doesn't include that intersection we're talking about. So we're talking about something completely different.
Yes, we
I
are.
talked to a lot of people about it too, and a lot of people kind of got mixed up to where they thought all 3 were coming down or 2 out of the 3 were coming down, and it wasn't just the one. So I think there was a lot of misconception that way. I'm in favor of taking it down and just having the 2. Is kind of where I'm at with it.
Okay, well, we have a motion and we have a second. We can't really act on the Summit and Western sign because it's not part of our motion that we have here. It's got to
No,
go through the
I just
meetings and the
felt it
readings.
was important to bring it up at this time.
Okay.
Because they're getting a lot of feedback about it.
Okay. So go ahead and take the roll.
Good.
Yes.
Hall.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Now we've made it to new business. And there's a resolution setting March 21st, 2022 at 6 PM as the public hearing date regarding the fiscal year 2022-2023 budget and capital improvement plan.
Thank you, Mayor. I won't go through an hour and a half, 2 hours of presentation like we did with the Finance and Personnel Committee on this one, but this is setting a public hearing to discuss a bigger budget. I can explain this further if you have questions, but this does propose, at least as a preview to that public hearing, a stabilized tax rate and a reduced tax levy versus what we had from the year before. So we are pleased to present this to you. We see a lot of good signs with our general fund and a couple other main drivers within the city's finances. And we discussed quite a bit on some of the capital project challenges before us at the Finance and Personnel Committee as well as our Public Works Committee. And kind of laid a solid plan for making sure that our infrastructure is cared for and planned for years to come. So as we progress into the next meeting, I'm looking forward to fielding questions, answering questions across the council, and trying to get as much support as possible for our city's operating budget.
Okay.
So moved.
Okay, we had a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Holm. We stop and let you get that?
No,
Okay.
keep going.
We have no more discussion. Take the roll.
Holm.
Yes.
Iverson.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, next is item B. It's a resolution approving a service agreement between Sichich, how do you pronounce that?
Sikich.
Sikich, okay, Sikich LLP as the City of Maquoketa's external auditor for fiscal years 2022 through 2024 at a total contracted cost not to exceed $94,275.
Thank you, Mayor.
Ed.
Well, there's a couple big highlights in this agenda that are very good for the city. This is one of them. This is a total 3-year cost of $94,275, and they're doing at least year one at a less cost than our previous auditor. This firm is who DeKalb, Illinois used. That's effectively who I contacted after no one bid on us along the way here. And just probably one of the biggest points to make is we contacted 8 local firms, and none of them submitted a bid. And, it could be for one reason or another, but we are large enough and are receiving enough grant dollars that you do something called a single audit that's required by the federal government. And once you enter that world, people don't want to take part in it. I'm not an accountant, I've never been an auditor, but it's enough to have people not put in a bid, and I think that's what we observed here. This is a very, very qualified firm, and I can tell you that, most likely what's happened with our cooperation with auditors is that we've had staff turnover with our previous firm 2 or 3 times, and I think maybe the biggest and strongest point of Sikich is not only their training benefits they offer as a complimentary package to our city staff, who's rather new, but this is where everyone goes to once they graduate in skill as an accountant. They go to bigger, better firms, and I know this one's not local, but this is going to be a big deal for our city staff who needs their help, and I know first off and firsthand that they're a good one. So I hope for your support here in this one, and they'll be a good trainer for us and someone who you can count on to be a good external auditor of the city's finances.
Okay.
So moved.
Okay, we got a motion by Colister.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Rickroll. Any discussion here? Go ahead and take the roll.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes. Next is a resolution approving an initial fee of $40 and a $10 annual renewal fee for your backyard chickens. And that's, I guess, the amount that the study group came up with?
That's what we proposed in ordinance the last 2 readings at least, and we just went through the third, and I suppose a group of supporters stuck around to make sure it's still $40 for their application, so, you know, I'm sure everyone that was here before supports what's been written so far.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Lyon. We have a second by Holm. So, no discussion, take the roll.
Rickroll,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister,
Yes.
Colvin,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Okay, your chickens are gonna cost you $40.
Hey, that's awesome.
All right,
Thank you so much. I'm gonna miss that, but I appreciate all of you. I just wanted to say that again.
thank you. Item D is a resolution authorizing the purchase of a new plow dump truck in the amount of $77,935 from Thompson Truck.
So moved. Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Good, seconded by Lyon. Any discussion here? Frank, do you want to say anything about this?
You don't have to.
You for it or against it, Frank?
This will be the second of the 4 2009 dump trucks that is getting replaced. Some of you remember in 2009, we bought 4 new dump trucks. And when you have a 4 dump truck fleet, buying all at the same time is not a good deal because they start breaking down at the same time. By the time the 4th one is replaced, it'll be probably 18, 19 years old. So this is the second of the 4.
So moved.
Okay, we got a motion by Colister.
It's all right, we already had.
Right, did that.
We've already had a motion.
Oh, we have?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess you did. All right, go ahead, take the roll.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister,
Yes.
Colvin,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. And Frank wants some goodies for his new truck. We, a resolution authorizing the purchase of a plow, a wing, a sander, and a box uplift package in the amount of $153,441 from Henderson Products.
Is that installed?
Anything to add?
Correct.
Is that the installed price?
Correct.
Almost as much as the. Mayor and council, this is not outside what these things are costing. We ordered a dump truck in DeKalb in the fall, and, you know, timelines are similar, and I don't know, it's the way of the market in a way too, that they can kind of command prices here, but we also can't continue on with these 09s that have some pretty heavy mechanical increase costs when we have to go have them go into the shop. It's amazingly costly to those. But overall, I think the point here too is that Henderson Products is out of Manchester. Sourcewell is a 50,000 organization bidding platform. Frank was able to select the most competitive bid for what we need as a city. And you put those together and you have that chart and table above in that agenda, and we think that that's a good plan, especially for how we're using it here for us.
Okay.
So moved.
Okay, we got a motion by Lyon,
Second.
seconded by Rickroll. We have no more discussion, then take the roll.
Colister,
Yes.
Colvin,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickroll,
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Okay, Frank.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Guess you get a truck and toys. Item F is a resolution authorizing a downtown incentive grant, economic development incentive to Innovate 120 Incorporated in the amount of $10,000.
So moved.
Okay, we have a
Second.
motion by Colister, seconded by Lyon. Any discussion here or anything to add?
Just that $10,000, I guess it should be noted that one of the original summaries of this property for 120 South Main mentioned there's no local match required. They put in a CDBG. We did receive an application. I mentioned it last time. I didn't want to make you guys feel like there was any bait and switch at all, but for $738,000 of investment for $10,000 on the city's part, I think any of us would take that. it's a good proposal. It was considered by the Downtown Incentives Committee last Wednesday. And it's a good project and one that will be good for Maquoketa.
Okay. Then take the roll.
Colvin,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
All right, that motion passes. The next item is item G, and it's a resolution authorizing a downtown incentives grant, economic development incentives to Macon Copies and More, LLC, in the amount of $9,423.
So moved.
Okay, moved by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Rickrell. Do we have any discussion here? Or anything to
Line.
add?
You mark it as line.
Excuse me?
Oh, I guess I was wrong. Lyon made the second. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Do you have anything to add?
Well, just, I guess, also considered by the Downtown Incentives Committee on this one. I should have added in the last statement that on July 1st of '22, we're asking that these be payable, which I've communicated with each party in this and explained that, and both were very willing to have that based on what the Downtown Incentives Fund had in it and available and committed already this year. So classic beggars can't be choosers, and everyone was pretty happy with this, and I think that everyone is going to have a good result out of this. And we talked a little bit about policy at the Downtown Incentives, and this matches the policy of $15,000 or 50% of expenditures is less, so we're happy.
Okay. Go ahead and take the roll.
Good,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Hollister,
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Item H is a resolution awarding a mowing contract bid, awarding the mowing bids for fiscal year 2022 and 2024 season. And it looks like it's our AD Lawn Care for $1,625 per mowing, and Chris Ehrig for $185 per mowing, and that's of all the sites.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Corey, seconded by Holm. Any discussion here? Then take the roll.
Hall,
Yes.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Hollister,
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Item I is a resolution authorizing the award of the South Main Street Bridge Replacement Contract to Schroeder Construction in the amount of $1,366,530. Go ahead. Did you move it?
Yeah.
I'll second.
Okay. We have a motion by Colister, second by Simonson. Go ahead, explain it.
You have to, it's all written there. This is one of the best, put everything right there. This is one of the best, especially with the inflation and cost increases here. I think finally having some good news that something comes under budget for construction. It's absolutely wonderful. County's happy, we're happy. Please vote yes.
Okay, well, let's find out. Take the roll.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Hollister,
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
and Hall.
Yes.
Okay, we're getting a bridge. Item J is a resolution to establish a public hearing for 2021 Community Development Grant. It's a coronavirus housing conversion application for project of 2 apartments at 138 South Main Street here in Maquoketa.
Would it be at the next meeting or what?
That is correct. We're establishing a public hearing here for the next one. This one came in late last week. Owner of 120 South Main and the seller of 138 South Main are potentially connecting in this. And the way this funding source is outlined, you have to have an application in by April 1st for the coronavirus CDBG funds. And I didn't want to have a special meeting just to get you guys together, so I wanted to get something outlined on the next agenda so you guys can consider it. I do believe that this is going to go through, and I just want the council to establish a resolution now to have that public hearing. I haven't heard otherwise today that deal is not going through. If it does, same type of public hearing rules will apply as the 120 South Main from a couple meetings ago. The owner's willing to do the local match, if any, on those CDBG funds. Their intentions with the building, I know for certain, are apartments on the upper floor, first floor, potentially some office space, or whatever the owner sees fit. But I think that it's important that we vote yes to this. I recommend it so that we can get that application in without having to have everyone come in on a special meeting. Any other questions on that?
All right then, take the roll.
Rickroll,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Hollister,
Yes.
Coleman,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Bolton,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
All right, item K is a discussion and possible motion to approve a bid in the amount of $7,316 was submitted by Total Maintenance Incorporated for 2 York furnaces at the library.
Motion to approve. Second.
A motion by Simonson, seconded by Lyon. Any discussion?
My only question is, were local people allowed to bid on this, or is this just one bid? Or?
I was going to defer to Katie for this, and it looks like she closed the door. So Katie, come on out, please, for just a second. But I can give you surface level knowledge. I'll have her dive into detail.
No one's gonna see me. So yes, we did. We got a bid from Bernie's, and then I went to Wells Heating and Cooling, and they never showed up to give me a bid. So we did. And TMI, we do have a maintenance contract with them, and they do a lot of good work for us. So we were happy to go with their bid.
Were the two bids close?
Within $20, and then the TMI contract was actually for 10-year warranty on parts.
Oh,
So
okay.
in the end, it was double
Are-
the amount of warranty.
Are these for the main furnaces or zone furnaces or? 'cause
Well,
this
we have
doesn't-
8 furnaces in the
Okay,
library.
okay. That
and-
answers my question.
Yep.
It doesn't seem like enough for 2 furnaces.
Yeah, I mean, that's good, you know, but we do need a lot of them, so I'll probably be back every year or so because.
Is this the installed price, or is that just the purchase of the furnace?
I believe it's the total price, but I would have to look at the quote to be sure. I'm pretty sure it's installation and purchase price.
You have a good relationship with this company then?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's probably for the whole thing, I would think.
That's a good deal, 2 of them installed at that.
Maybe they can do my house.
All
I
right.
guess that's what I was, I mean, I know enough to know that the library has that relationship set up and they have a unique knowledge of the system there. And we have this quote and 2 others. If you'd like to go out and get more, we can, but I think Katie is ready to proceed if you are.
Okay, well, we have no more discussion. Take the roll.
Lyon,
Yes.
Hollister,
Yes.
Coleman,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Bolton,
Yes.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Item 10 is reports and communications. Do we have any council member reports?
I just want to, I sent most of you a email this morning about surveys from the University of Iowa. Just have a group of graduate students at the University of Iowa is helping Maquoketa with some things, and I just needed to get some input from council and some of the department heads. So if you didn't see that email this morning, look in your inbox. And it's due by the end of the week.
I'd like to add that be careful how you punch those little squares with your finger, because some of them are irrevocable. So if you punch the wrong one, it stays. So be careful. I found that out.
Is this the same group all working with? No, but kind of the same setup though, right? It's the people that are working on their graduate program. Yeah, it's a different group though.
Okay, how about city manager's report?
Nothing to report this week.
We don't have an executive session, so I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Okay, motion by Hollister,
Second.
seconded by Good. We have no discussion. Take the roll.
Hollister.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Bolton,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickroll.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, we're adjourned.